but it's a long tradition, and I hope to be and continue to be a part of this tradition and become better Canadians and be part of a better Canada together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councillor Arikat. We also have our councillor here, Councillor Germain, so we'll invite him up to share with us some thoughts. And we'd like to thank him for coming.
Thank you so very much. So I'm not a councillor, I am the Conservative candidate for Brampton West, Member of Parliament candidate for Brampton West. And it's also good to be here with you this afternoon as we celebrate Canada. It's a happy Canada, everybody. And I join with the others who have spoken earlier, to talk about the need to reflect on the history that we share and the past mistakes that we have made. But we've also gotten some things correct, so we also want to celebrate those and to be thankful for what Canada is and this place that have welcomed so many of us. I also want to challenge you in reflection to reflect on our future, the kind of future that we want to see in Canada, and the kind of Canada that we are building for our children, for the next generation. We ought to ensure that that future is one where our values are continued to be protected. So our freedom to worship, our freedom to assemble like we are here now, want to make sure that those continue to be protected. Respect for each other. Want to make sure that these are values that we are passing on. I have, since we're here at the mosque, I have a Muslim family that lives directly across from my house. And the kids and my son have developed that close relationship where they see each other as human beings and they play with each other as children, to the point where when I drive home in the evenings, I can see Mahmoud, who's running to the car to see if my son Josiah is in the car so they can go out and play together. And it's a kind of society that we want to build, where a young Christian boy, a young Muslim boy, or even a young atheist boy, a young Muslim boy can play together in the street and respect each other, respect their values, where families can pass on values to their children and raise their children in accordance with their beliefs. So let us not just reflect only on our past, but let's reflect on the kind of future that we want to have for ourselves and the kind of future that we want to leave for the next generation. So thank you. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to bless this Canada. And the true north, strong and free, continue to be strong, continue to be free, and may God continue to bless Canada. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Brother Germain. We'll wish you well in the coming election. We'll welcome you back too when the election is called. Next, we'd like to call our regional councillor, who's no stranger to us, also our regional councillor, Councillor Gurpreet Singh, to come up and share some thoughts. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody. There's a number of speakers who spoke, and I think today's the first Canada Day in my lifetime where we're not exactly celebrating. It's more so of a reflection on our country and how we can do better. I think we've learned a lot lately about our society, about the system that we live in. And about the much needed change. And just before that, I just want to thank the Imam, and I want to thank many of the directors and the members and the Imam as well, and their contribution to our city is just unbelievable. And so I just want to say thank you to the congregation and to the committee as well for all that they do. The Imam mentioned something about deleting history. And I'm just going to be real quick. I know we're on a timeline, and I remember when I was a kid, I was at one of the Sikh parades and there was a lady standing next to me, and she said, these people need to go back home. And I really thought about that, and I said, you know what, I'm actually born here. This is my home. I started, as the years went on, I started to read up a little bit more about our colonial past. And the intention was for us to forget who we are and who our culture is, or what our culture is and what our religion is. And I'm very thankful that we've all persevered in continuing on our heritage and our religion and what our beliefs are. We didn't forget, even after we came to this country. The Imam was mentioning his dad came and he went through so much, and I know you went through so much, and everybody here and the generation before them suffered through much racism. And just one thing I was reading, when they took over India, within a matter of 100 years, one of their first goal was to de-educate us, all of us, so Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, whoever was living there. They tried hard, but they didn't succeed. Within about 100 years span, about 60 million people died of famine alone. This is not anything else other than not having enough to eat, not being able to eat off your own land, to grow food, and they were forced to grow poppy. It just brought back so many emotions. And when I heard about the indigenous people and how they were forced into these schools and there was these mass burials and graves, it really struck me in my heart. And again, this is the first Canada Day where we're really going to have to take a hard look at ourselves and who we are. But I'm so thankful that we live in Brampton, where there's a community that no matter what religion we are, what culture we're from, we all stick together. When we changed the name, the city changed the name of the street over here to Guru Nanak Street, who was with us? The Imam was with us to celebrate. The pastor, Pastor Randy, was there from the Brampton Christian Church. They were with us to celebrate, and I think that's the true beauty of Brampton and of Canada. And when the family in London was struck down by the terrorist in his truck and killed almost an entire family, I guess the beauty of our country is that we all came together in support of the family and the community who was struck down. And so in the end, I just want to say we have to move forward, and I'm so glad that we're united as a city in stopping Islamophobia and stopping the hatred, and really moving towards a point where we can accept each other for whatever we believe in. And so once again, to the all the directors and the committee here at the masjid, I want to say Happy Canada Day, and I wish you all peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Councillor Gurpreet. So it is. This is the end of our program. We're going to sing and play "O Canada," and we'll raise the flag to half-mast. I've asked the mayor about the flag raising half-mast, and he said that's what we should do to honor the victims who suffered greatly. The children, up to yesterday, there's 180 more unmarked graves that were found in BC, which is a staggering amount of people that are children, which is hard to digest because they're children. Very hard to digest, especially those who have children or they were young themselves. And it's great. It is sadness that overwhelms you when you hear those things. And so, as everyone has said, it is this Canada Day is a day that and I heard this from the chief of one of the indigenous tribes in Saskatchewan or British Columbia, that Canada Day should be used as a moment to reflect. We celebrate, but we also reflect so that we take and we teach our children that yes, this country is great and it's prosperous, but at the same time, what makes it great and what makes it prosperous are the people in it. are the people who celebrate their culture and who train and who teach their children their culture. At the same time, that culture informs us about each other and informs us of not our differences, but informs us of how much we actually have in common with each other. We do. No matter how you dress, or how the language that you speak, or the food that you eat, that we have a lot of similarities when it comes to our morals, when it comes to our characteristics, when it comes to traits that we want to teach our children, when it comes to the aptitude or that acumen of how to deal with things and how to handle situations, that all of these are commonalities, and we have more in common than we have in differences. But we celebrate the differences and we celebrate our different cultures because that's what makes Canada strong. And that's what makes Canada vibrant. And so, it's a day of reflection that this is what we need to go back to and what we need to strengthen. And it's a day in which we, as our MP said, it's a day in which we stand in solidarity. And everyone has said this, that with correcting what has been done to the Indigenous people and the Indigenous population of this wonderful country. So inshallah, we'll invite the councillors up and we'll invite the MP up and the representative from Brampton Fire and the police. We'll invite them up. We'll raise the flag to half-mast while playing O Canada, inshallah ta'ala. So if you want to come a little bit closer, inshallah ta'ala, we will get this started, inshallah. Let me finally say we want to thank everyone for coming. I know this is a busy day for everyone, so we want to thank everyone for coming. Brampton Fire, the Peel Regional Police. We want to thank the MPs, the councillors. We want to thank our directors for coming, our trustees. On behalf of the trustees and our director, our President Kamal is here. We have Brother Peter, Brother Rashid, Brother Farouk is here, Sister Zoraida is here. All of them are on the board of this masjid. We'd like to thank Brother Riaz and Brother Abdullah who handle we're streaming this live. And we'd also like to thank Brother Ibni who set up the microphone system for us. So there's a lot of people to thank. We thank you all for coming. Trustees, Brother Akbar is here of the mosque. So we'd like to thank everyone for coming, and we wish you happy Canada Day. And we also want to wish you the best of today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may God Almighty make this day something fruitful and something joyful, but yet reflective, so that we can, take home that message that we have to stand together with all of us and correct whatever needs to be correcting of the past, inshallah ta'ala. So we'll play it, inshallah ta'ala. So Jazakallah khairan, thank you so much.
Sunset.
Thank you everyone for coming, and so that concludes our program. Again, have a wonderful Canada Day and be safe. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Can I get a couple of these?
Yeah, go ahead. You might stand.
Yeah, you know that change over after a while. I don't know. But you know, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, a lot of surprises happening like that. Politics is tough, though. That's pretty nice.
Give them out now. Because it come to give out, yeah. Let's go about 3 or 4 there and just give out the rest. Yeah. Not the can, the flags, just yeah. You got to go 4 there. Good, that's it. And give out the rest. Yeah. It is.
Timing-wise, it worked.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
And I don't know how to reach the
Yeah.